Their opponent across the ring, introducing first, Bulldozer, the Player, and Graham. One fall, a 10-minute time limit.
We've seen this Player, and he's in there with a big really blonde guy that calls himself Bruiser, and also Bulldozer. What do you know about this Bulldozer, Dan?
Charlie, this Bulldozer is none other than Johnny Danger. And like I said, we've got six-man tag team action. You, myself, along with Tony Gowan, will be calling the action here at ringside this evening. We've got 7 big, exciting matches. Boogie Woogie Man Jimmy Valiant is here. Also, there's going to be a lot of big, exciting matches on tonight's card. Take a look at Buddy Rose. Already worked up in quite a frenzy. I'll tell you what, we got 6-man tag team action. We're going to kick it off.
Here goes the scared of Barney again, Dad. And Barney again, Dad. And this just drives Buddy Rose, Playboy Buddy Rose, bananas when they call him Barney.
You know, if he'd wear something other than that damn robe, he might get something called to him other than Barney.
The referee says, ring the bell, and we're off, Dan, in this first exciting event. And let's see, it's going to be Playboy Buddy Rose in there.
Along with Bruiser Graham.
With Bruiser Graham, exactly right. This Bruiser Graham we haven't seen in a while, but this should be a real exciting 6-man tag team match.
That's absolutely right. And Tony Gowan, it's good to see you here tonight.
Yeah, it's good to be here. A lot of big matches coming up here tonight. Gonna have the awards here for the wrestlers of 2003. It's gonna be a big night here in American Pro Wrestling, guys.
All right, Bruiser Graham and Buddy Rose Jr. almost screwed up, called him Barney. Take a look, Graham is gonna make a wish. He's getting ready. Well, he's asking the crowd for their approval.
He's about to mess with the family jewels there, and he might be singing soprano tomorrow morning, Dan.
I think he's just trying to give Rose a hard-way vasectomy, Charlie.
That might be exactly right. One thing for sure, we have a lot of action that's going to be here tonight. Like I said earlier, I don't think I've ever seen quite a display of talent as what is back in the 2 dressing rooms here at the American Coliseum.
In fact, we have mostly a tag team night of wrestling. We have a lot of big, exciting action going on here tonight.
Ed Harris, what are you doing around here?
Bill White's out here.
You know I'm out here. I'm out here watching the talent all the time. You know that.
That's true. We're looking forward to seeing Bill White finally make a return. I know week after week we've heard a lot of talk, but I haven't seen a pair of boots and tights yet.
Well, the commission won't give me a license back. They saying that I have too much against me because of Jumpin' Jay Eagle, because I had to pay fines. What do you think this is? I can't keep doing that. I've got to get my money back. And if it gets me in that ring, I'll do it.
Well, maybe you need some sort of legal help or something, because I know that the people want to see you, Chief Jay Eagle, in action once more. All right, Charlie.
Well, you know one thing for sure, Bill White probably broke more bones and put more bruises on wrestlers than anybody I know in this business. And what an honor it would be to see Bill White back inside that squared circle if the commission just, issue him a license.
That's right. And I'll tell you what, Bill, we'd like to see you back here in action. I know a lot of years up under your belt. I know there's a lot of people you'd like to get in there one-on-one with.
Well, there's going to be a lot of people surprised. I think I'm just as good as I ever was. I've been working out steady, and I think I'm in pretty good shape.
That's absolutely right. Tony, I'll tell you what, 6-man tag team action, and what in the heck happened? Why did Bill Hazelwood wind up with all the power here tonight? to be in charge of the entire award ceremony. Charlie and I were under the impression that multiple guests would be doing this.
5 minutes remaining in this contest. 5 minutes remaining. Well, I'll tell you what, Hazelwood being the president of American Pro Wrestling, he's got a lot of power behind him. He likes to throw it around, and I'm just the vice president around here. And I try to do as much as I can to set things right, because a lot of the fans don't agree with what he does, and I certainly don't. And I don't know, it's just an ongoing struggle with him. But this matchup here to start things off, this six-man tag, back and forth, it's been a good matchup. And I'll tell you what, Mark Holliday doing real well in there with his tag team partners here tonight. This guy getting better every week when he shows up, guys.
Well, one thing for sure, this action galore inside that ring. Barney, our Playboy Rose, just made the tag, and let's see, we have this Bulldozer and this, what's his name, Hicks? Holiday.
Yeah, that's Mark Holliday, Charlie.
Mark Holliday. Exactly right. There's some of these guys that not only Dr. Dan Paris is getting the first look at, but also myself.
Yeah, Charlie, I've never seen him here in American Pro Wrestling here before. I tell you what, you know the competition here is very tough. There's a lot of people wanting to come in here. We've got enough wrestlers in this promotion to probably run 2 promotions, so that makes the competition just twice as strong.
That's exactly right. And, you know, this is one of the biggest crowds that I saw here at the American Coliseum in a long time, and they're firmly behind this player, Bruiser, and Mark Holliday.
That's right. Johnny Danger, otherwise known as Bulldozer, drove right down to the mat. Buddy Rose Jr. taking the measure of him, drop kicks him while he's down.
That's right. Barney now flexing his muscle and telling the fans just how bad he is, and invites the player inside that ring and says, I'll take on 2 of you. But, you know, he tries taking on 2 guys. Tony, he may be bit off a little more than what he could chew.
That's right, and I tell you what, you guys are talking about, look at there, the big man of the team, Lotus, in there now, going to work on Johnny Danger. Just those clubbing blows to the chest. Danger in a lot of trouble. And the fans coming up with that Barney chant, trying to throw these guys off their game. As Danger's circle around, and both men catch each other with a clothesline, Charlie. They're both down, center of the ring.
Right in the middle of that ring, wrestling fans. And you know, this Lodi, he's a real big man. And both men now trying to get to their feet, Dan.
That's exactly right, Charlie. You know, the battle has taken it so long. Hey, we got a double tag. Here comes the player in the ring. Player coming in is cleaning house.
One-man wrecking crew in there is this player as a series of clotheslines. Now we got all 6 men in the ring, and Bruiser and none other than Buddy Rose are mixing it up, and the players out on the floor, and we're down to a minute in this opening 6-man tag team match for American Pro Wrestling here at the American Coliseum.
Take a look, Rose with a swinging neck breaker.
I think we have a winner, and it's going to be the team of...
The winners of the call on the match, Mark Holliday, Buddy Rose Jr., and Lotus.
That's right, and these guys are congratulating each other about this fine win. And notice Barney there getting in the face of one of the fans. And Dan, what a way to open this edition of American Pro Wrestling.
That's right, and Charlie, we got a lot more action still to come. 6 more big matches, and in just a moment, we're going to go to our opening part of the awards ceremony.
That's right, and the...
All right, I want everybody in here to listen up right now. I'm never going to come out of here again and be called big country by anybody. But wait a minute. I want you to listen, because I didn't just come up with this off the top of my head. I didn't just decide all of a sudden that I don't want to be the good, fun-loving redneck country boy that you've all come to know. I found out from a very, very reliable source that things aren't what they seem with me. I've always known I was a little bit different, but now I figured out what it is. As you all know, I am the most talented country singer right here in APW. Well, wait a minute, there's a good reason why.
And the best bag of wind.
This past week, that I never knew who my real father was.
If he says Jay Eagle, I'm going to fall out.
This week I found out that country music legend Charlie Pride is my real father. And as you all know, Charlie Pride is the most talented, the best black country music singer that's ever been. And my roots are going to be expressed from now on. I'm not going to be ashamed to say who I am. I am Booty Call, Billy Pride.
Well, I think he's about to bite off more than what he can chew here, Dan.
That's right. What's country calling himself now, Charlie?
Well, he says that Charlie Pride, the country music star, is his father, and I never did understand what he said he was going to be called.
Ladies and gentlemen, one fall, a 10-minute time limit. Formerly known as Big Country, Billy Rucker. His opponent across the ring, Chad Colt, one fall, a 10-minute time limit.
I'm not exactly sure what that was about, Charlie.
Well, one thing, did you catch there, Tony, who he wants to be called now?
Charlie, he says his name is Booty Call now, but he's talking about that Charlie Pride is his real daddy. My dad has Charlie Pride on 8-track. I'm going to have to bring that down one night and get him to take that home to his daddy and get it autographed for my dad. That'd be a good birthday present. I am shocked.
Well, I think we're all shocked. He's going to be called Booty Call now, Dan.
Well, I'm not going to call him that. I'm going to call him Billy Rucker. And I'll tell you what, if Charlie Pride's his dad, then, well, I got some oceanfront property here in Spartanburg County. You want it?
You might as well say, if Charlie Pride's his dad, that Charlie Daniels is your dad.
Or for that matter, Charlie Babb is my dad.
Well, Dan Perez really not agreeing with this Booty Call or Charlie Pride's illegitimate son or whatever he wants to be called. You call him whatever you want to, I think, as long as you just call him for 3 squares a day, Dad.
Well, I tell you what, you know these guys have got a lot of hard feelings with each other. Hey, Chad Colt going to go in for a Texas cloverleaf. Take a look. He's got it. Could he turn this into a submission? Remains to be seen.
Well, this Chad Colt is a real big boy, and he's got some real powerful muscles in there, Dan and Tony. And if this guy ever latches a hold on to you and really applies the pressure, he can break some bones.
That's right, Chad Colt, a big, powerful man in that ring. And just there, you saw this Booty Call, as he wants to be called now, was going to a recognized, catching Chad Colt with a big lariat off the ropes. And look at him, you can just tell, a totally different man than we're used to seeing. Really cocky, goes for the cover, hooks the leg, but only getting 2. Chad Colt, the big man, powering out of it.
Notice the referee, Ernie Simmons, and this is the first time that we've seen Ernie Simmons in quite some time, right down there for the count. Bill White, what do you think about this guy claiming that Charlie Pride is his father?
Well, you right now, I see what you've got in that ring right now. 2 bulls. 2 bulls of the APW. And they're trying to get over on each other. I think Booty Call needs a little bit of help, don't you?
Absolutely.
Wait a minute. it looks like he's getting a little bit of help.
Who in the world is this out there, Dan Paris?
This guy here has the audacity and the nerve to call himself Big Pimp Daddy D. And
Big Pimp Daddy Dean?
Pimp Daddy D, like
D, oh.
D as a dog, and that's probably what he is.
Yeah. Notice this now, he's pulling the leg right out from under this big man for the cover, the count of 3, and we have a winner, and his booty call is the winner of the match.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner of the match, Billy Rucker.
Billy Pride, you see my name.
Billy Pride. Well, I'll tell you what, he might be Billy Pride, but from the way he won that match, he didn't have any pride to me. He didn't have any sportsmanlike activity at all. I don't know.
Fans, this guy wants to be called Billy Pride now. The way that I saw that match won, with this guy pulling his leg out from under his opponent, there's no pride in that at all. No pride whatsoever. You didn't get an argument out of it, Dad.
That's right. We got more to come in just a minute.
Special education and the true legend. Just that. Go. We are going to put our difference.
How about it, Rusty?
Yeah, well, Tony, you must have been in charge of setting this microphone up, wasn't you?
I've seen better heads on beer.
There we go, Charlie. We adjusted the mic for you so you don't have to tiptoe next time, okay? Yeah, they have to adjust it. Anyway, we are going to put our differences aside for one night because we are going to have our awards in between matches, okay? I know I'm nominated for everything. I know all you guys really didn't come to see Boogie Woogie Man Jimmy Value. You came to see me. But anyway, thank you. Some of these awards were voted by you, the fans here live. Some of them was voted on the internet. And of course, the first award, and I hope I'm not nominated.
I vote to give this guy an Inman. What do you think, Dan?
Bill?
It's actually there.
Bill, I think you are. I've seen the pictures. You in Section 8. On the weekends, y'all guys are a little iffy there.
Well, that don't draw near as good a picture as you and Charlie Babb over there right now. Oh, here's the winner. The Best Drag Queen Award, Shane Austin!
You know, there's a lot of guys in the back that would take this as an insult. Quite frankly, I take it as a compliment simply because whether it be in Spartanburg, South Carolina or New York City, the bottom line is to make people laugh, to make you enjoy your money's worth. And whether I liked it or whether I didn't like it, the fact that Shannon came out here and performed and give you something to talk about when you went back home, I will take this as a compliment. But I will tell you this, I will never dress up like a woman again, and there's nothing you or these other morons can do about it. With that said, thank you, Spartanburg, and you're still a bunch of freaking morons. You guys.
Well, I didn't agree with everything he said, but I did agree that you guys are a bunch of morons. But anyway, on the more important, I want to call the three wrestlers out, the superstars from the back, that this is a real important category, the most improved wrestler in American Pro Wrestling. And the nominees are Romeo Mark Lane, Ace Bullet, and Ben, a.k.a. Booty Call. Now remember, guys, we're putting our differences aside for one night, and y'all bigger than me, so don't hurt me. You are looking good, Booty. I like that.
Bill,
Somebody cut Tony's microphone off.
are you out of the again over there telling men that they look good.
Trust me, my masculinity is not in question. And the winner is Romeo Marsley! Say a few words.
Thank you very much. I want to thank all you people here for realizing talent when you see it. And no offense, guys, but y'all just aren't up to par like Romeo is. So just go on to the back where you belong. And thank you again.
All righty then, let's give them all a big hand, and we're going to have another exciting match. Mr. Music Man, if you please.
Oh, that's a bottle of water he's got in his hand. I thought he had an urn or something there. This guy undoubtedly has to be the flower of the family, Dan.
Ladies and gentlemen, the
Blooming
following
idiot.
contest is a six-man tag team attraction scheduled for one fall with a 10-minute time limit.
He's got the honors tonight.
Choice is an illusion created between those with power and those without.
Charlie, we're stand for six-man tag team action, and this ought to be a very good six-man tag team bout coming up.
Introducing first, ladies and gentlemen, team number one already in the ring at a total combined weight of 635 pounds from the Sunset Strip and Chapel Hill, North Carolina, respectively. Here is the trio of the Prodigy, Brandon P., the Montage of Street and Garage, Scott E. Strode, and the one-man mafia, Michael Adrian. Together, we are the Professional Wrestlers.
Well, what an interesting trio this is.
That's right. Hey, look at Brandon P. checking out referee Rattlesnake Westbrook.
I'm afraid to ask, what was he checking out?
winner, Nick Fury. And Mike Madden, 1 fall, a 10-minute time limit.
Well, another six-man tag team, Dan, and it's been a long time since I saw this Mark Madden Thunder and Nick Fury.
Mike Madden, Charlie.
Mike Madden, yes, I'm sorry. Yeah, and their opponents, what do you know about, well, Scotty Smooth I've seen a couple of times, and these other two guys, what do you know about them?
Scotty Smooth has been here before, is very well established. Exotic Michael Adrian has been in and out of the area, has traveled all over the Carolinas and Georgia, very, very successful, has held a few regional titles. Brandon P. at one time was one half of the Future Shock tag team. This ought to be a very good show-stealing six-man tag team match.
That's right. If they ever get organized here and see who's going to start out for whose team, you know, this should have been something that settled in the dressing room. Who's going to start the match there?
Well, that's right. And I'll tell you one thing. Thunder brings a lot of power in the ring. Mike Madden brings a lot of wrestling to the ring. Nick Fury brings high flying. Scotty Smooth brings unpredictability. Michael Adrian, a solid competitor. Brandon P., also a solid competitor. Ought to be a very good six-man tag team match.
Well, one thing we'll have to say about Thunder here, Tony, I believe that he eats at the same buffet that you and I do.
Well, I tell you what, there's no denying that Thunder's a big man. But another thing you got to take into account is their opponents across the ring. There's enough ego there to fill this entire building. I mean, talk about ego personified. The guys bring their own ring announcers with them. And Dan Paris, did you see just a moment ago, I think Scotty Smooth is wearing a thong, and I did not need to know that about that young man.
Well, Tony, I don't want to know that about him, period. And what he does inside or outside of this arena, whoever he wants to, male or female, is his business.
You think he might have a little bit of silk underwear on around that somewhere?
I don't know, Charlie. I don't know what kind of street corner you'd see this guy on. He might have been up for that Drag Queen Award. I just don't know.
Well, he throws him into the rope and follows up with a big boot to the back. And Tony, this guy's trying to be a one-man wrecking crew.
That's right, and look at there, Scotty Smooth trying to go Thunder and Mike Madden into the match. These guys letting their tempers run wild, and that's giving a chance. Nick Fury draped that across that top rope by Michael Adrian and Brandon P. Fury kicking out. These guys all over Nick Fury taking a lot of punishment right now, Charlie.
Right. Nick Fury being really manhandled up a storm there. He's been really manhandled. Who is this scoop talking to on the phone? Their private ring announcer.
That's Jason Martin, you know.
I know who he is, but is he talking to himself and just has his finger in his ear or what?
I have no idea, Charlie.
All right. What do you think about this, Tony? He seems to be on the telephone talking to somebody. Of course, knowing Jason Martin, he might be talking to himself.
Well, that's the thing about this guy. He comes out here with this trio. He shows up here in American Pro Wrestling with them, and he's out here. He's supposed to be like the leadership for him, and in some cases the lackey for him. Who knows what he's on the phone with? He might be on the phone trying to get hair gel for him. Who knows? But right there in the ring just now, Michael Adrian, very cocky individual, tried for a pin with just putting one finger on the chest of Nick Fury. But Nick Fury getting his second win, trying to come back, ducking the clothesline, trying to get him in a crossbody, but he got caught, Charlie.
Exactly right. And look, he throws him all the way across that ring, Dan.
That's right, a release fall-away slam, and I'll tell you what, he really dropped him.
Notice this now. He's over-challenging the other two guys, and we're going to wind up with all 6 men in there if we're not careful. And whips Fury in again, catches him coming off of those ropes with a big drop kick, but Fury only for the count of 2, Dan.
That's right. It was a full extension of that drop kick. Brandon P. really hit him everything he had.
5 minutes gone, 5 minutes remaining.
Sunset flip there by Nick Fury on his opponent, and they go in there. This guy's name's Brian P.
Brandon P.
Brandon P. Okay. Look at this now. More double teaming as Brandon P. holds Nick Fury. Scotty Smooth's up on that top rope. Comes off with that big knee right in the back.
It really hit him. It really hit him, Charlie. We got an elbow smash from Scotty Smooth.
And the count of 2. And only the count of 2. And notice this. Scotty Smooth brings him up. A big takeover, the count of 2. And once again, Nick Fury kicks out, Tony.
And Fury right then was so close to his corner but not able to get a tag. And now been drugged back into the wrong side of town. Cut off from his tag team partners over there. Michael Adrian now going to go to work on him. And look at there, Charlie. Oh! Driving him face first in that top turnbuckle. Really punished him in that corner. Grabbed him by the hair of the head. Sends him for the ride and going to follow him in. Just devastating him in that corner, Charlie.
Well, you know, Tony, through the months and years, I have seen this Fury wrestle. This kid don't know when to quit. He's as tough as a Borden house steak, Dan.
Oh, this guy's going to be on a wheelchair. He takes another blow like that.
Right. Count of 1.
Brandon P. in there, and he's trying to put away Nick Fury.
That's right. This Fury up. Fury now fighting back. And, a big spinning heel kick there, Dan. Tony, that spinning heel kick's devastating. And Fury is down. I don't know whether he's going to be able to get up from this or not.
Fury taking a lot of punishment. Like you were saying, there's no quitting that guy. You weren't here last week, Charlie, but me and Dan saw it. Nick Fury last week, we thought he was done for then because DL Cool pile drived him on the stage here at the American Coliseum. But right there, Brandon P. Nobody home as Fury moved out of the way. And this crowd erupted, trying to urge Nick Fury to that corner to get the tag. Scotty Smooth gets the tag. And look at there, I don't think he wants none of that big man who's in now.
That's right. Look at this. Thunder coming in. A one-man wrecking crew, Dan. Calls for a clean house, and he just about has one.
Boy, they had a nasty collision with Michael Adrian. Adrian with a lariat.
Reversal there by Thunder. Thunder catches him coming off. Look at this. He's got him up. A vertical slam there. And look at this, wrestling fan. Scotty Smooth.
Punch is not phasing Thunder.
That's right. Scotty Smooth going to knock his own self out here with those series of blows that he was delivering there to the midsection of Thunder. Look at this. Gorilla press. Look at this big gorilla press.
Into a power slam. Nick Fury to the top.
Look at this. Fury flies, comes off, catches him 1, 2, 3. And wrestling fans, the winner is going to be the team of Thunder, Fury.
Ladies and gentlemen, our winners of the night is Nick Fury, Thunder, and Mike Madden.
And Mike Madden are your winners, wrestling fans. What an exciting match. I like that one, Dan. I was just commenting, Tony, that this Nick Fury is tougher than a Borden house steak. He don't know when to quit.
That's right, there's no quit in him. And right there, delivering that frog splash off the top, picking up the win for his team. Mike Madden, Nick Fury, and Thunder are working well here tonight at the American Coliseum.
That's exactly right. And it's good to see Thunder and so many of these guys. Thunder's got something he wants to say.
Collectively, we are APW.
notice this. Once again, this thing's not over with.
Looks like we might have an immediate rematch here.
Fury comes over to the house mic and saying that collectively they are APW, Dan.
Well, that pretty well says it all, I guess.
Once again, Wrestling fans, the winner of the match, Nick Fury, Thunder, and Mike Madden.
Anyway, we're putting all of our differences aside again tonight, Tony. Okay.
By the way, how are the ribs, Phil? Are you doing okay?
No, they asked you that the other day, how are the ribs? There weren't any left at the buffet. That's right. Watch out, Charlie. He's eating Ryan completely out of business. That's one of my predictions. Anyway, another thing voted on the internet was best musical talent. And the winner is hermetically sealed, sitting under Tony's car seat. Wait a minute. I don't know how I should answer. He's bigger than I am, so I'm gonna call him out as his new name, Rico. Let's hear it, people. Country, I didn't know who the winner was, so I wasn't gonna put AKA booty call on her, so don't hit me. But here, say something to these people.
This guy gets many more awards. I'm gonna be wondering who he's sleeping with, Dan.
Ain't no more. It's all about Booty Call Billy Fry. And as for you fellas over here, you got Big Tony and Charlie Bass. Number 1 and number 2 tons of flash. That's what it's all about right there. The musical talent ain't gone nowhere. It's still right here with me. You all know I'm the most talented man in this building, and if you ever doubted it, you just hold on to your seats because you're all gonna find out.
All right, booty call. Now this is my favorite. This is my favorite category because I heard I got a lot of votes in this, so I might be the winner. The most hated. Thank you very much. Of course, Tony, if you were running, I'd definitely vote for you, but I hate you. Oh, anyway, we're putting our differences aside for one night. I'm sorry. So I want to, I'm not in this. The most hated wrestler in APW. Nominees are Dark Lennon. And he's already been to the stage once before. Shane Austin. And of course, the one and only Section 8.
Without question that Shane Austin most definitely deserves the Drag Queen Award.
And the winner is Section 8! You do have to accept the award, but the mic yours, big man, for 1 minute. You can say what you want to these morons.
Now, I even got nominated for this category. I have no idea. I know in my heart that everybody in this building loves Section 8. I know this. So for me to get nominated, much less win this, there's something wrong.
They mostly just love to see when you go out the door.
This is my minute. Shut your mouth. But I guess it is kind of fitting if I'm voted most hated, because I hate each and every one of you in this building tonight.
No. We're not done yet. Tony, you call yourself being smart. Last week, everybody in this arena saw me pin the American Pro Wrestling Champion, Boomer Payne. They saw me pin his shoulders on that mat for the 3 count. Therefore, I should have a match this week with Boomer Payne for the American Pro Wrestling
on the mat. I can't change anything Tony does, but what do you think about that? Let me let everybody in on the secret. We'll keep the match as it is, but it will be a world heavyweight title match. If any three of those morons you guys are facing lose, any of them get their shoulders pinned, you will be the new APW heavyweight champion. And Tony, that's all I got to say about that. Okay, but good idea. You'll like this too, Charlie. Wake up, Charlie. Wake up, Charlie. Okay. I want to introduce the guest referee for that match. Mark Slane Romeo. Now remember, guys, remember this is going to be fair and square, right down the middle, right down the middle, right down the middle. Okay, there's no doubt you became the most improved wrestler, so after tonight we'll call you the most improved referee. And that's all I got to say about that.
His opponent, the current reigning United States Heavyweight Champion, Viper. One fall, a 10-minute time.
All right, Charlie, this is for the United States Heavyweight Championship. It was last Saturday night right here, Spartanburg, South Carolina. We did see Viper upend Steve Chronic for the United States Heavyweight Championship. And I'll tell you one thing, you know, back in the days of wrestling, when it was really wrestling, that anytime a guy won a title, that there was an automatic rematch. So it's good to see that tonight we actually do have an automatic rematch.
That's right. And of course, Viper saying that he'll defend that title against any and all comers, and he couldn't have chosen a very much tougher opponent than this Steve Chronic.
That's exactly right. You know, Tony, I don't want to knock nobody too awful hard here, but I want to say one thing. Bill Hazelwood, he needs to come to the conclusion that the people buy tickets to see wrestlers. They don't come out here to see presidents. They don't come out here to see announcers or commentators or managers. When people were supporting Jim Crockett Promotions, they came out to see people like Rick Steamboat, Ric Flair, Jay Youngblood, Harley Race, and they never bought tickets to really see Bob Caudle, even though he was the voice of the wrestler. And maybe once that Hazelwood realizes that he doesn't put butts in seats, maybe he'll be a whole lot better off for it.
Well, that's the thing, Bill Hazelwood, he wants to be in the limelight of everything. He's the president here at APW. I'm the vice president. That's like he showed up here tonight. Yeah, we're giving out these awards. He's dressed in his tuxedo. He likes to brag about all the money he has. And I'm not one. I ain't got to get in there in the ring with the other wrestlers. I ain't got to get up on the stage running my mouth to everybody. I'm not running in some little clique with Section 8, Steve Chronic, Sergeant Rage, and guys like that Bill Hazelwood does. I just try to do things right for the fans and the company, and that's all I'm interested in, is seeing the end product happening in that ring right there. And like you said, Bill Hazelwood needs to get that in his head. And right there, Steve Chronic moving out of the way before Viper did a number on him just then, Charlie.
Well, I hate to get back to this Bill Hazelwood again, but one thing that Bill Hazelwood definitely believes is that he's the greatest thing in professional wrestling and the greatest thing since sliced bread. And Dan, Tony, if you don't believe that, just ask him.
Well, that's right. And, you know, whenever somebody ever walked off the straight path and they try to take over and what have you, you go back in time to people like Gary Hart, Sir Oliver Humperdinck, and others. And I'll tell you what, when people like that came in and tried to get a little too big, they got knocked out, and they eventually got ran out.
Was that telephone numbers that I asked for?
Probably so, Charlie. I wasn't exactly sure what you were doing there. Probably running Charlie Babb's booking agency again.
Yeah.
All right, Chronic really taking it to Viper. And like I said, you know, this is for the United States Heavyweight Championship. 5 minutes expired, 5 minutes remain. Chronic drop kicking Viper while he's down on the canvas. And Charlie, somebody's trying to call you.
Well, I tell you what, a telephone sometimes you'd be better off. I'm looking forward to the day when we all get back to smoke signals.
Well, you want me to throw it in the trash can?
Just let it ring. I love to hear it ring.
All right, Chronic up and over his man. Viper with a power bomb. Got a count of 2. And I tell you what, you know, these guys are going in here for full impact all the way. This is really, you know, the United States Heavyweight Championship is a stepping stone for the World Heavyweight title. You know, you might not like Steve Chronic. You might not, people know that Viper at one time was hated here. But, Tony, one thing's about it for sure. You go in there, you get titles, you win matches, you make money, you get prestige. That's what it's all about.
Well, that's the thing, talking about whether you agree with Steve Chronic or not. He's got the talent, he's got the ability in the ring, but he always wants to take that shortcut, take the low road to try to get the victories. Like just then in the ring, he'll do anything he can to bend the rules and aligning himself with Bill Hazelwood. He'll just do whatever he can, and right there, dropping the leg drop across the back of the neck of Viper, doing it one more time. Chronic desperately wanting to try to regain that United States title here. Dropping a third leg drop, going for the cover. Only getting 2, Viper getting the shoulder up, Dan. There's no quitting Viper. He's not going to want to relinquish that title here tonight.
Well, one thing for sure, Dan, this match here, I don't know exactly how to describe it, but this Steve Chronic has been a thorn in Viper's side.
Well, this is for the United States Heavyweight Championship, and like I said, you know, these two guys had a couple of matches already. Viper already took the U.S. Championship last week. Like I said, when you got a belt, people are always going to be gunning for you.
That's exactly right. And he's got some of the top guys in American pro wrestling that would definitely like to be wearing that strap out there, Dan.
All right, Viper just drops his man. Viper getting the pinfall. All right, Charlie, Viper to get the win and retaining the United States Championship.
My personal opinion, awards that we give out, and it's the APW Rookie of the Year. If you guys think it's easy what these guys do in this ring, I tell you what, we got a release in the back. Anybody wants to sign and try to get in there and do what these guys do, I'm going to tell you, I am very impressed with these guys. The nominees for APW Rookie of the Year, Kid Quick! Romeo Mark Slade! And Booty Call! And the winner is Kid Say a few words. Calm down, guys. Put your differences aside. I won. Absolutely you won. Say something. Something? You ain't come. I won. Absolutely you did. I won. Yeah. Rookie of the Year. Yeah, me. Rookie of the Year. You know the great thing about that? You can never win that again. You see? No. You don't get out much, do you? Yeah. Something.
Now, I see what happened here. You didn't want to vote me to be Rookie of the Year because you found out a little something about my tag. I see how y'all people are. You ain't looking out for no brothers. I see how it is.
That's all right. Oh, my God. All righty, from one end of the spectrum to the other. These are guys that have been up and down the roads around the world in every country. The APW Legend Award. Oh, thank you, Johnny. Charlie, it's definitely not you. Wake up, Charlie.
Only thing I can say, you've taken up an awful lot of time. You gotta have that kind of stay all night. Good night.
Excuse me, Bill. Move over here a little bit. I want to say, guys, I appreciate you voting me for the Legend of the Year. I work hard. I support my fans. I appreciate you supporting me. And I agree with you 100%. I should be the legend because I am the true champion. Now, you people know I fight for justice.
Hey, here you go.
And the...
Hush your mouth for a minute. Listen to the vote.
You like it?
What?
Now say it again.
What?
It ain't you.
You got the Legend Award?
Yeah, but I didn't open the envelope fast enough. I'm sorry. The winner is Boogie Woogie Man Jimmy Valiant. I'm sorry.
You telling me I didn't win?
Oh, you must be behind this, but you can read it. The fans voted this, Jay. The fans voted this. I'm not involved. It says right on there, Boogie Woogie Man Jimmy Valiant. All right. That's what it says.
I guess I just don't even like them.
I knew it! Shut up, Tommy! I knew it! I've seen the videotape.
Well, I'll tell you right now, all in all, one of the greatest in the world. That wasn't too bad. The one, the only, Boogie Woogie Man, Jimmy Valiant. Say a few words, sir.
Thank you very much. You know, people, Boogie Woogie Man Jimmy Valiant's been all over the world. And I just told you in the back, my man, I am so proud to be part of APW and the greatest
wrestling fans in the world, right here, South Carolina. Thank you very much. God bless you, brother. Thank you, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, the one and only Boogie Woogie Man, give me fire. Mr. Music Man. Charlie, wake up. Wake Charlie up over there. Charlie, oh, I got something for you, Charlie. This is not the 1972 awards. You just been asleep
Well,
all
one
year.
thing I'd like to say, you're going to have to pay an extra day on that tuxedo if you don't have it back by midnight. He got no volume on that thing.
Charlie, we're set for a four-way, I guess it's not like a gauntlet match, but a four-way threat match. Only one fall will determine this match. We've got two of the tag teams in the ring already.
Well, Jesse Black I'm familiar with, Neil Nitro I'm familiar with, Dirty I'm familiar with, and Dark Line.
And I'll tell you what, Charlie, Dan, not only is it 4 teams is going to be in that matchup here tonight, but the APW tag team titles are on the line in this one. So the tag team champions are going to have their work cut out for them here tonight.
I guarantee you, if anybody gets pinned, they can lose the belt. Is that right?
That's right. The first team to get a pinfall is going to win. It's going to be the new tag champs.
Did you hear that, Dan?
Yeah, the tag team titles are at stake. Yeah.
Yeah, and if the champions don't get beat, they still lose the title.
Okay. So basically, Charlie, tonight's tag team titles are just held up, pretty much.
Pretty much so, yes. I don't know what the holdup is here. Did the music man die back there in the control room?
Oh, Charlie, we just hire a lot of people down here that don't know what in the hell they're doing.
I have to agree with that, Dan.
15-minute time limit.
Well, this is a heck of a note, Dan. Easy Money's partner, A.J. Frost, has been injured and is actually on crutches, we're told, and he's going to be a one-man tag team against all these guys. And I think that him being able to defeat all these guys are Slim and Nunn, and Slim just left town.
Well, I'd almost assure you and guarantee you in some way, shape, or form, since these tag team titles are pretty much tossed up, held up almost for one night, we're going to have, and it's only one fall, one submission, we're going to have a tag team title change here some way.
Yeah, I think so, too. I've never heard tell of a guy having to fight against everybody, but look at Easy Money. He goes out over on that other side and just absolutely devastates Jesse Black and his cohorts over there, Tony.
I'm going to tell you something. We got all these guys on the outside. They can't anybody win a tag team title on the floor. We got Easy Money sending Jesse Black back in finally. Black going to the eyes and taking Easy Money over with an arm drag, scooping him up and slamming him to the mat. There's a lot of action happening here, Charlie. It's going to be one heck of a matchup to try to keep track of what's going on.
Yes, that's exactly right, Dan. Keeping up with all this action, you need a pair of roller skates.
Well, I'm going to tell you what, we almost need two referees here. I know that tonight we've got Rattlesnake Wrestling. Also, good to see Ernie Overman back.
That's Ernie Simmons, Dan.
Ernie Simmons. Ernie changed his last name.
No, Ernie Overman was from Hendersonville, a little guy that...
Well, I'm getting them screwed up, huh? I'm sorry.
That's right. That ain't the first time. But speaking of Ernie Overman, I had the privilege just a while ago for his ex-wife to come over and give me a big old hug.
Well, you got Ernie's phone number anywhere, cause I'm going to call him and tell on you.
All right, wrestling fans. Man-Child now sets Jesse Black right up on that top rope, delivers a great big right hand, and Jesse Black catches him with a big boot to the chin, Dan.
Several kicks, and it's a DDT.
I guarantee you that'll shake your scruples loose.
Well, I tell you what, this guy's already unpredictable. He don't need to be taking a lick on the head like that from that tornado DDT out of the corner. But look at there, catching Neil Nitro. Got him up on his shoulders. Nitro trying to hang on and get out of it. Look at that, Charlie. Planting him face first into the mat just then.
That's right. I tell you, this Neil Nitro in a bad situation. Man-Child goes for a big blockbuster as Neil Nitro rolls out of the way, and he just landed on his sacroiliac there, Dan.
Yeah, and if had that move hit its mark, he wouldn't have had a sacroiliac or whatever you call that, Charlie. This guy he'd need a spleen transplant.
How's everything at the hospital, by the way?
Well, it's pretty good, Charlie. I'd say it's a great place to be, but only if you just don't need to check in, don't.
That's right. If you don't need to hang around, go the other way.
Somebody said you had to go sit there in the waiting room for 2 or 3 days.
I don't doubt that. Yes, it is. Dirty now being tagged in. Man-Child whipped into the ropes. Dirty catches him right up under the smush there, Dan.
Absolutely. And I'll tell you what, this Dirty, is a tremendous competitor. And the Man-Child is really laying in the heavy artillery. Man-Child now going to propel him over with a snap bear. All right, tags in the Kid Quick.
This Kid Quick has a lot of real good aerial moves, and if he just had some weight in the seat of his pants, he could go a long way in this business.
Well, something very badly goes wrong right there. This guy going for looks like a 360-degree leg drop.
Yeah, I think that had military status there. I would say.
By the way, since we have no censorship, let's go ahead for the first time about 2 or 3 years. Tell us what a military status is.
General fuck up.
There we go.
Okay, look at this. This kid.
By the way, we have a lot of those here.
Yeah, that's right.
Some of them are wearing boots and tights.
More that's wearing boots and ties that's not. All these kids here are really excited over this four-way tag team match as for the APW Tag Team Championship as being defended tonight by Easy Money.
5 minutes gone, 10 minutes remain.
I'll tell you what, Charlie, those kicks really showing a lot of authority. This little guy might not weigh about $140, but I'm going to tell you what, he can really lay them in, and he's really fast, he's really agile. If this guy'd put on about 100 pounds, he might have a future. If not, this guy might need to pick him out a funeral plot.
I guarantee you. Dark Line now lifts him up with a big shoulder slam, takes him down hard. Referee, the count of 2. And this kid, I tell you, he's going to need some Ben Gay or something to put on that back tomorrow because that leg and that back took a beating in this match.
A tremendous beating. Hey, take a look, a big super kick. Super kick turns the tide of the battle.
Tony, what do you think about this young man, Kid Quick?
Well, Kid Quick there, wisely making the tag to Easy Money, getting out of there. Look at Money coming in like a house of fire, going after anything that moves, taking out Neil Nitro, Jesse Black, Dirty, then the Dark Line. And now, Manchild's coming in and going out after Neil Nitro. Easy Money sending Dirty for the ride and catching him, dropping into the mat. This might be enough. Charlie Noah is picking him back up. Money in there. Maybe he could use this opportunity to pick up the win. Retain those tag titles. Oh, so close.
He says ring the bell. We got a ball score.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winners of the new tag team champion, Dirty and the Dark Lion. Fans, what just occurred, we had a belly-to-back suplex. Both men had their shoulders down to the mat, and before the count of 3, Dirty lifted his one shoulder up, so Easy Money took the pinfall. Dirty in the Dark Line, the new tag team champion.
Well, does this mean he loses the tag team championship?
Absolutely right. You know, Dirty in the Dark Line, the new tag team champion. Only one title in the ring, but we got another one back there in the back. Evidently, the Easy Money, no partner, thinks this didn't go his way. So, new champion.
New tag team champions.
Body award. Thank you very much. I'll accept. Oh, wait a minute. I didn't know that.
Oh, me.
I'm in the running. I heard Tony was in the running. Tony, show us, big boy.
If Bill Hazelwood had stand sideways and stick out his tongue, he'd pass for a zipper.
I got something I'd flex for you, but there's kids in the room.
Wait up, Johnny. We don't want to see that. Oh, there is a big important announcement. Tony's grandmother did die the first week. She's 104, but they did save the baby. All righty then. That was funny. It's true. Best Body Award. Ace Bullet. This is my bodyguard, so that's the cool thing. All right, again. Look at the pectoralis majors, pectoralis minors, latissimus dorsi. Sorry, I won't mention that back part. Best Body Award, say a few words.
Bill quit drooling over the winner. Stay calm.
I just wanted to
excuses.
Put it to the next level. That's right.
Not putting his neck. Oh, I'm sorry. I was just thinking out loud. I'm sorry.
Easy.
All right, here we go. This is going to be interesting. The Tag Team of the Year. And the nominees are Jesse Black and Neil Nitro. My two boys, Chronic and Ray. Don't know how these morons got on there. Easy Money and AJ. Where are the guys at? Sonic and Ray, where are you? Guys, I gotta be honest with you. I sat in the back and I gotta tell you, in 2004, that could possibly be the match of the year. That was a terrific match. With that in mind, hold that thought.
Bill loves it when men pull him aside and whisper in his ear like that. Gets him all excited.
You're gonna love this. You guys are gonna love this. Trust me. It's all you, baby. Yeah, trust me. Hey, St. Austin's gonna be involved in 2004. You're gonna love it in 2004. I don't know where the rest of the guys are, but must be in the back signing autographs. This is true. Hold on, I'll check and see. It ain't y'all guys. AJ, guys. AJ, we're supposed to put our differences aside. That's a good point. I'll tell you what. Come here, AJ, money. Champions of the Year, AJ Frost and
I'd just like to thank all the fans. I want to accept this award on behalf of AJ Frost. He's got a dislocated knee. He couldn't be here tonight, but I just want to thank everybody for all your inspiration and everything else. So thanks.
All right, I'm going anywhere. I think I have to do the right thing, guys. I think what I need to do is hold these belts up. I don't think there's going to be any tag team champions tonight. No. President's job's never easy. President's job's never easy. We're going to hold these titles up until I get with Tony, board of directors. That's all I got to say about that.
Hey, we deserve this award, and we deserve the title.
We deserve the title, son. We don't know what you're talking about. We just want it fair and square. All these figures going where redneck stars. Fact of the matter is, mark my words, those belts are coming to us, and there's nothing that you or anybody else in APW can do about it. Back up, punch it,
tonight, and that's Jay Eagle. Chick Jay Eagle, you can have your son. Get your so-called booty out here. Come on, Eagle. Now you know, you and I have had our differences here in the last few weeks. But I'm willing to overlook all that because I know you're a very smart, intelligent man. I've got one question for you. Just for tonight, I want you to be in my corner. How about it? Well, in other words, whose corner you gonna be in? Come on, guys! Shut up! Shut up! Come on, Eagle!
Well, evidently Jay Eagle is not going to be in the corner of his brother Johnny Eagle, Dan.
Well, Charlie, you know as well as I do that Chief Jay Eagle was not about to turn his back on these fans. And Eagle, a little bit disappointed earlier in the evening that he was not the legend winner, however. But you know, I have a scoop. And unfortunately, we didn't get to talk about it. But on December 25th, 2004, right here in the American Coliseum, Christmas night will be the last match for Jimmy Valiant. Oh, Charlie, Tony, looks like we're getting ready to go into the Boogie Woogie Man bullshit comedy hour.
And I tell you what, Dan, talking about looking ahead to December 25th of this year, the last match is going to take place right here in the American Coliseum. I've been watching this guy, seeing him in and out of the ring ever since I was a little kid. It's big enough to start watching professional wrestling. And I tell you what, it's going to be an honor to be here to see him go out. And what an honor to be for all these fans to see his last matchup take place here at the American Coliseum. And Charlie, these guys trying to go for a test of strength, but looks a little more like they might be dancing in there.
Well, as Dan said, this is the Jimmy Valiant comedy routine that he does in about every match. And you know, Dan, I've known Jimmy Valiant ever since 1967, I think it was.
He started back in 1964.
Right. And he worked for Vince McMahon Sr. and also the late Pedro Martinez up around Buffalo. And along with his brother Johnny, they had one of the most successful tag teams of that area. That era, should I say, not area. But Boogie says after this year, he's hanging them up. Come Christmas time, he's going to do his final match, and that'll be here at the American Coliseum.
December 25th, and you know, a 40-year-long career. How many guys do you know that's been involved wrestling 40 years? I mean, hardly any. Valiant blocking a series of punches and eye gouge.
Well, you know, it just makes me sick every time that I see Jimmy get in that ring, because I knew him back in his heyday when he could get in there and go all night if you wanted him to. But after 40 years, he still has hair and I don't.
And damn, he could donate it to 2 or 3 people.
That's right. He could give me just what's on his chin, and I'd have a head full. What do you think about it, Tony?
I tell you what, he's something else to see in that ring, and right now, Johnny Eagle, I think, getting thrown off of his game plan, not really knowing what he should do. And look here now, inviting the Boogie Woogie Man down to his knees. Dan Paris, are we about to go amateur here? What's going on?
No. Eagle, he's trying to set him up for something here, but I'm going to guarantee you, Jimmy Valiant's about to really make a fool out of Johnny Eagle. I've seen this 100 times before.
Well, if he keeps lifting that referee up and down and putting him on the top rope, he's going to be blowed up before the match gets started.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, one thing for sure. And Johnny Eagle is getting out, and he says there's a man older in that ring. Tony, what do you think happened in there?
I don't even want to speculate, but Johnny Eagle doing a lot of backpedaling on the outside.
I think there was some gas passed.
He might have sprayed him.
That's right, might have sprayed him. Oh, my goodness. Here comes Johnny Eagle back in. And, you know, Johnny Eagle has completely drifted away from the scientific aspect of wrestling, and he just got to be one of the guys that throws the rule book out the window, and he wants to go in there and win either way that he can.
That's right. Take a look. Valiant down on the mat being choked out. 5 minutes remain in the match. 5 minutes remain.
Well, Valiant, you know, he's just trying to get his second win here, and like many of us, he's not as young as he used to be. Sometimes it takes an extra few minutes to get that bat off of his shoulder.
You know, Charlie, there's some old racehorses who can run and run and run. But after so long, sometimes you might need to shoot them. I'm wondering if you might need to get a rifle now for old Boogie.
Well, you know, my comment to that is what Wahoo McDaniel used to tell me. Wahoo would say, Charlie, I'm just like a bottle of wine. The older I get, the better I get.
And of course, after you drink that bottle of wine, you're going to be screwed up as hell.
Well, that's pretty much true, too. But the bad part about the age wine that Wahoo used to drink, it turned his hair white.
That also had a lot to do with the fact that sometimes he'd get too drunk and forget to go buy his dye.
That's right.
Trick knee, Charlie, trick knee.
That's right. Valiant got a very bad trick knee, and I think he caught Johnny Eagle down in no man's land. Eagle throws it in.
Sleeper hold. Tip Daddy D. Tip Daddy D on the apron. The Eagle. They jerked him off the apron. Hey, I think Johnny Eagle might have an object. He just clocked Valiant.
I'm not buying this, Dad. Jay Eagle put something down there for Brother Johnny to pick up, and he's just knocked Jimmy Valiant colder than a milkshake. And the referee, Ernie Simmons, counts 3, and Jimmy Valiant's in no man's land.
Johnny Eagle. You know, Charlie, I'm not certain if Jay set something on the apron or if it came out of the hands of Pimp Daddy D. I'm not sure. I mean, for those of you who got this tape, you might want to rewind it and take a look.
Well, one thing for sure, Jay Eagle got the hell out of here in a hurry. And Valiant is trying to get his scruples together, but that's certainly a big feather in the hat of Johnny Eagle by getting this victory over Jimmy Valiant.
That's exactly right. All right, we're going to need some help for Jimmy Valiant out here.
That's right, referee Ernie Simmons trying to get Boogie out, but I guarantee you whatever he hit him with put his lights out in a hurry.
That's exactly right.
I tell you what, this is a real important award as well. Without this, nothing goes on in the ring. It's for Referee of the Year. I want to call all three of our referees out. Randy Helms, Ernie Simmons, Nate Darren Brooks. And the referee of the year, Nate Brooks. Nate, I don't know about you, but I think it's the dog food that put you over the top, brother. All right, this is what you guys have been waiting for. The most popular wrestler in American pro wrestling. This was one of the tightest categories we had. We actually had five members of American pro wrestling. I want to call them out. Chief J. Eagle. Boomer Crane. Matt Fury. Viper.
Thank you for voting me most popular wrestler of 2003. It's kind of starting to bother you guys. I tell you right now, there's a lot of reasons that I come down. Excuse me, Bill, I'm making myself before. A lot of reasons that I come down this arena on Saturday. One, I didn't win.
It ain't you, it's Tom's fault. These people voted for it. Actually, Bummer, it ain't you either. Between you and Jay, you got a tie for second. We actually had a three-way tie for first. Since I don't like either one of you guys, y'all going to the back. Three-way tie. We got Man-Child, Viper, and Nick Fury. So here's what we're going to do. Since you guys voted, and it was a tie, we're going to let y'all vote again by applause. You're going to determine right now, here at the SBW Coliseum, who the most popular wrestler is. So by applause, Man-Child! Viper! So we're going to do it again.